Hey everyone, welcome to AI Gentric Bros, where we make AI simple and teach people how to make real money using real AI solutions. Today, we're going to be going through kind of the mindset that I like to approach AI with, as well as kind of a simple use case for actually building out an automation using AI, and then something that you can kind of service or sell to a local business. So, AI is everywhere, but what does that actually mean? There's a lot of confusion when it comes to this space. I started about 6 to 7 months ago, and you kind of have this idea of AI, you have this idea of automation. You are kind of promised a lot of things, and then when you actually get to it, you're kind of stuck. A lot of people make these gigantic flows, very intricate and complex looking, kind of overwhelming as a beginner to look at. And then you kind of soon come to realize that a lot of this is just BS. A lot of it is people kind of throwing flows out there that aren't production ready, that kind of just been tested within their environment, within maybe their locally hosted NAN, for instance. Um, and it's just for clicks and views. A lot of it is content farming on LinkedIn or Instagram. Comment this, and I'll send you this template, etc. All right. So we're here to bring clarity, explain it very concisely, very straightforward, and explain it and be very transparent. Right. When something's not going to work, I'll mention it. When I'm trying to troubleshoot something, I'll try my best to keep that in the video. Right. What you have to realize is the opportunity that AI poses. Just a little bit background on myself. I am a digital marketing professional. That is my main background. I majored in journalism, and so I have zero technical experience. And I've built apps, I've built flows. I'm currently working on a few different projects, and I'm servicing two local clients right now. Within 6 months, I was able to kind of get my agency up and running, kind of being able to build out simple workflows, article writers, simple chatbots, and right now I'm currently working on an app, and hopefully we'll have that out soon. So let's kind of hop right into the presentation. The main thing that I want to focus on is the mindset shift that you have to have when it comes to looking at AI and when it comes to being in this space. AI is a creativity amplifier. Now, you'll see a lot of discourse out there, especially recently with GPT 4.0, the GPT 4.0 image generation coming out. Oh, graphic design is dead. AI is just going to take our job. With the recent rise in vibe coding, what's the point of coding? Oh, I just graduated with a degree in CS. My degree is useless. AI is just going to take over. And I always like to say, AI is not going to take your job, but the person who knows AI is. AI is your friend. AI is like a second brain. It amplifies your creative process in every way. Tools like Lovable, NAN, even just ChatGPT at a base level. If you can learn how to use these tools to their full potential, literally the possibilities are endless. And you really have to start with shifting your mindset when it comes to looking at AI. All right, so this is kind of the main difference that I touched on a bit before, the difference between automation and AI. And this is a concept that I struggled a lot with when I was first looking into the space because I was a bit confused. I kind of knew that automation existed before, mostly with platforms like Zapier and Make. You kind of hear these terms when you're looking at different side hustles. Um, and then kind of the addition of AI was kind of added into the mix, right? And then I was introduced to NAN as a tool. I came onto the scene right when they released their AI agents, and then it was tough to tell the difference when I should use an agent, when I shouldn't. What's actually automation? Is AI actually enhancing this, or is it just overcomplicating things, right? So automation, it's fixed pathways, rule-based responses, predictable outcomes. How AI plays a role in automation is has contextual understanding, adaptive responses, and decision making capabilities, right? So, for example, a flow that I mentioned earlier and a flow that I did build out was the LinkedIn article generator, where I had a kind of hosts of agents writing a LinkedIn article for me. So, a topic was typed into a form, it was sent to a title generator agent, which then sent that to an outline generator, which then sent that to a research agent, which then sent the research outline to a writing agent, which ultimately sent it to an editing agent. And then after the fully edited, formatted article was kind of created, then it was sent to a post agent, which extracted the 5 main points from that article. And then boom, there you have it. You have your whole week's worth of LinkedIn content created in about 5 to 7 minutes. It was a bit slow. I was hosting it locally at the time. So kind of that's how it worked. And, I learned a lot from building out that flow. I didn't need that many agents in any of that. I think the only advantage that it offered me in that, kind of instance was that I could kind of tinker with the different models that each agent was using. So, for example, for the writing agent, I like how Claude writes, so I had to use Claude 3.7 through OpenRouter. And this brings me to my next point. I want to showcase how stupid simple this can be. It doesn't have to be complex flows. It doesn't have to be lines going everywhere, everything connected to something, RAG, Supabase. It doesn't have to be that. We can make a simple chatbot using NAN and sell that to a local business. So today we're going to go ahead, look at a local business, and then build a chatbot for them. So let's hop into NAN and build out a simple workflow and a simple chatbot that we can easily sell to a local business. So first step, you always have to have a trigger. So when you're looking at NAN and you're looking to build a chatbot, obviously we're going to look into the chat trigger. So let's go ahead, click on the chat trigger, and this is how easy it is to use the tool. Is drag and drop nodes. Obviously, it's important to kind of know about how the nodes communicate with each other. A big thing when it comes to NAN is actually how information is passed from one node to the other. But this is kind of a more high level video. In other videos, we will go over how nodes talk to each other in NAN, how important the way data is structured, and the way the nodes are kind of set up to read the data incoming and outgoing. That's very important when building these flows. So let's look at the chat trigger, and then we'll go ahead and add the AI agent. All right, so we have the AI agent here. We'll go ahead and select the chat model we want it to run on. Just for ease of use and the sake of the video, we'll go ahead and stick with OpenAI. Make sure you select your proper credentials, and we'll stick with GPT-4o Mini. That's kind of like the base. That's kind of like the standard. We can have other videos going through how to set these credentials up. If you do want those, leave a comment below. So we'll run this agent off of OpenAI, GPT-4o Mini. We'll give it a memory, just a basic memory, nothing crazy. What the context window is. Okay, so let's go over some of these nodes here. The session key from previous zone basically means that it's going to read the agent when we kind of put a chat in the message box here. The agent will read it, and it kind of stores that as a session ID. And basically, what it is, it'll just kind of keep that as a memory bank. And context window is basically like how far back the memory goes, or in this case, how many messages the memory goes back. We like to keep it anywhere between 5 and 10. So of this video, we'll keep it at 10. And then you can kind of give it any tools that you'd want your AI to have. And there's a lot of hype behind MCPs as well. You can kind of have, so if you look at the tools here, you can have an agent, and this is one of the unique things about NAN. It can call an entirely other built out NAN flow, including MCPs, and that's basically like APIs on crack. That's kind of a simple way to look at it. So you could write a code tool for it. You could have it call another API that's not necessarily built within NAN, but you can kind of set that up with the HTTP node. There's all these different kind of sort of things you could do with this, but for the sake of this video, I don't believe we'll need any tools. Just keeping it simple. So go ahead and open up your AI agent. It's connected to your chat trigger node. This is kind of the information that's coming in the user message. So JSON chat input, whatever's input into the chat, it will be sent to the agent. And so, okay, let's go ahead and hit add option. and we'll go ahead and click system message. So basically, the system message is telling the agent how to operate and how to behave. So the default one is you're a helpful assistant. This is kind of where prompt engineering and kind of building out what you want the agent to actually do. All right, so for the sake of this video, I already had a very simple prompt written out. And what I've learned from being in the space for some time, as well as watching a bunch of videos and following very trusted creators, is that the most complex prompt isn't always the best solution. Usually, with these agents, the technology just isn't there for it to kind of figure things out by itself, and or be given too many instructions and it kind of doesn't know which one to follow. So you kind of have to hit that sweet spot where you're giving it just the right amount of instruction and ability to kind of make its own decision with enough context and training on the actual information you want it to be putting out, right? So let's go ahead and paste this prompt here, and I'll go ahead and open this up. So the Rap Clinic is one of my clients. This is kind of a basic chatbot we're building out for them. So this is kind of all the services that they offer. And then when answering, always greet the user warmly, provide concise, accurate details, cite any pricing or timing specifics, offer to book or direct to the online portal for scheduling, close by asking if there's anything else you can help with. If you so and then further instructions, if a user asks about something outside your data, politely state you'll verify with the front desk or direct them to call the number or email, uh, or send them an email. So, it's kind of trained. It's given some context on the services. This is a vehicle wrapping and detailing company. So it's kind of trained on their offerings and kind of what those offerings mean. And then it's given some simple instructions. It's a very simple chatbot, and this is easy to do. So now let's go ahead and have a chat with this agent. Um, Hello. So now we can fully chat with it. Hi there. Thanks for reaching out to the Rap Clinic. How can I assist you today? I am looking for a full vehicle wrap. Look at here. It's kind of spit out what we trained the AI on, what we gave it the context for. Great choice. A full vehicle wrap can completely transform the look of your vehicle or promote your business. Details. Typically takes 2 to 5 days. Price range 1,500 to 3,500. Would you like to book an appointment or need more information? You can also visit our booking portal. Okay, so it pulled the booking portal. And so it looks like everything's firing properly. Simple memory, open AI chat model. Um, we have the system message trained on basic information about our business. And obviously, there's a bunch more things to do. Like it's already mentioned here. Do you need us to book an appointment? So you can go ahead, go to tools, and have it be connected to your Google Calendar. Um, Yep, you can have it be connected to your Google Calendar. There's all types of resources and events. You could do all types of operation. It can create an event, it can delete an event, it can reschedule an event. This is only enhanced by the coming out of MCPs and kind of being able to give an agent, the complete suite of tools when it comes to a service. But we will not get into that this video. That was for another time. We're going to actually get into implementing this chatbot and kind of putting it on our website. All right, so here is Lovable. This is kind of where I'm building my client's website out. This is completely no code. This is all just me prompting it, getting images in. Um, we're kind of focusing more on paint correction services right now. And this is kind of what I've built out as a completely non-technical person, right? We have the reviews here. It's on a carousel. Obviously, we will have a bunch of tutorials and a bunch of walkthroughs, kind of building lovable websites and web apps from scratch. But for now, we're going to go ahead and add in the chatbot. This is how easy it can be to kind of build a website for a client and go ahead and kind of supplement it with AI. With AI agents and kind of have a workflow doing that for you in the background. So basically what you need to do is go ahead and go to the message node. We'll go to make the chat publicly available. We'll go ahead and select the embedded chat mode because we want to embed it on this website, and we'll go to follow instructions here. We'll click this link, and that link will take us to installation. It'll have a CDN embed code, and we'll go ahead and give this to Lovable and have it embed it for us. All right, so I went ahead and did some prompting. I wasn't so sure I was going to get it right the first time, so I actually had to do some prompting. So embed this chat for me. I copy and pasted that code, and my dumbass forgot to add the webhook URL, so I just went ahead and added that. And now, if you look in the bottom right corner, we have a chat widget. You open up that chat widget. Hi there, my name is Nathan. How can I assist you today? Obviously, you can customize that message, but for the sake of this video, we're going to keep it like that. And then you can kind of customize the colors as well. So I would have matched it with the purple and the white. So let's go ahead and ask it a question. So this is a fully functional chat, fully functional AI assistant within the client's website. So let's go ahead. So it's going ahead. It's hitting the chat, and then let's see what it tells us. Hi there. Thanks for reaching out to the Wrap Clinic. We offer paint protection and correction services that include single stage and multi-stage polishing, scratch removal, and gloss enhancement. Pricing can vary based on whether you choose to do it per panel or for the full vehicle. If you need an estimate or want to discuss your vehicle specific needs, feel free to reach out. Would you like me to help you book an appointment or direct you to our online scheduling portal? Chatbot. And there you have it. We have a fully functional AI agent chatbot on our website. Obviously, this is not in production right now. I'm still kind of doing some things, working on some aspects of this initial landing page. What we would have to do to kind of get this into production would be to, first off, not have this locally hosted on any, and we'd have to go to the cloud hosted version, kind of get that ready, press activate, kind of get the N8M flowing. And if it was going to be in production, I would train it on a lot more. But this is just a simple use case in how easy it can be for you to service a local business. You can build their website using Lovable. You can build a chatbot for them, a very simple chatbot for them using N8N with scheduling capabilities, with capabilities that are being exponentially increased with MCPs. And you can sell these to local businesses. So what I want you to do is three things. First, like, comment, and subscribe if you already aren't following AI Agentic Bros. And then go ahead and join our school community. We are going to be going over stuff like this all the time. There'll be a full course walking you through how to service local businesses using AI's tools and services, just like we did in this video. You jump on the bandwagon now and learn how to make money using AI.